Good morning, little steps. Today I'm going to be reading you a story about the farm, The Scarecrow's Wedding. This book is written by Julia Donaldson and is illustrated by Axel Scheffler. Betty O'Barley and Harry O'Hay were scarecrows. They scared lots of crows every day. Harry loved Betty and Betty loved Harry. So Harry said, "Betty, my beauty, let's marry. Let's have a wedding, the best wedding yet, a wedding that no one will ever forget." Betty agreed, so they hugged and they kissed. Then Betty said, "Harry dear, let's make a list." "Just as you say," answered Harry O'Hay. So they wrote down the things they would need on the day: a dress of white feathers, a necklace of shells, lots of pink flowers, 2 rings and some bells. Then Harry gave Betty O'Barley his arm, and the Scarecrows set off to hunt round the farm. They hadn't gone far when they spotted some geese. "Oh, geese, if you'll give us a feather apiece, you can come to our wedding, the best wedding yet, the wedding that no one will ever forget." "We will," honked the geese, and they each gave a feather. A spider friend offered to sew them together. "Hooray!" cried the Scarecrows. They hugged and they kissed, and they hurried back home and crossed dress off the list. Then Harry gave Betty O'Barley his arm, and they set off once more to hunt round the farm. They hadn't gone far when some cows gathered round, and the bells round their necks made a wonderful sound. Ring-a-ding-ding, ring-a-ding-ding. "Oh, cows, will you please come and make your bells ring for our wonderful wedding, the best wedding yet, a wedding that no one will ever forget?" "Yes," mooed the cows, "we can tinkle our bells." Then a crab scuttled up with a necklace of shells. Some mice found 2 rings in a bin. They were certain that the rings belonged to the old farmhouse curtain. "Hooray!" cried the Scarecrows. They hugged and they kissed. "Pink flowers are only things left on our list." Then Harry said, "Betty dear, I can find those. Why don't I pick them while you have a doze?" "Pink flowers, pink flowers," buzzed a busy big bee. "I can find you a field of pink flowers. Follow me." So the bee led the way, and they travelled for hours till they came to a field full of pretty pink flowers. Harry stood thinking, "I won't pick them just yet. I'll find water to keep their stalks wet." "Just follow me," croaked a lumpy old toad. "There's a lovely wet pool up at the top of the road." They climbed up the road. It was terribly steep. "I'm tired," said the toad, so they stopped for a sleep. Early next morning they came to a pool. "This water," said Harry, "is beautifully cool, but now I need something to carry it in, a jug or a vase or a cup or a tin." "I think I can help," said a small squirrely snail. "I can show you the way to a very fine pail." So the snail and the Scarecrow set off on their way. But the snail was so slow, and it took more than a day. Betty was worried. What happened to Harry? Where is the Scarecrow I'm planning to marry? The farmer came by with a frown on his face, and he made a new Scarecrow to take Harry's place. "Good day," said the Scarecrow. "I'm Reginald Rake." He took Betty's hand and he gave it a shake. Together, he told her, "we make a fine pair. You're really quite pretty, apart from your hair." Then he jumped in the tractor and he told her, "Hop in, I'm a really fast driver. Let's go for a spin." But Betty said, "No, I must wait here for Harry. He is the Scarecrow I'm going to marry. We're planning our wedding, the best wedding yet, the wedding that no one will ever forget." Reginald laughed. "You'll be waiting forever. Forget about Harry. I bet he's not clever." "I must be the cleverest Scarecrow alive. I can sing lots of songs. I can dance. I can drive. I'm dashing. I'm daring. I'm cool as can be. I can even blow smoke rings. Just watch me and see." And he took out a big fat cigar from a packet the farmer had foolishly left in his jacket. But smoking is bad for you, Betty exclaimed. Really, you ought to be feeling ashamed. Don't be a fusspot, said Reginald Rake. My smoke rings are staggering, make no mistake. He struck up a light and he tried hard to smoke, but straight away he started to splutter and choke. What happened was completely unplanned. The lighted cigar tumbled out of his hand. It fell to the ground. It started a fire. Betty screamed, "Help!" as the flames flickered higher. But Reginald Rake said, "I'd better be off," and he bounded away with a terrible cough. Then suddenly who should appear on the farm but Harry O'Hay with a pail on his arm. "Betty," cried Harry, "my own future wife!" He poured on the water and saved Betty's life. They picked up the flowers, they hugged and they kissed, and they said, "Now, that's everything crossed off our list. A dress of white feathers, a necklace of shells, lots of pink flowers, 2 rings and some bells." So Betty O'Barley and Harry O'Hay wed one another the very next day, and everyone, even the snail who was late, said, "Don't they look happy and don't they look great?" This, they agreed as they sprinkled confetti on Harry O'Hay and his beautiful Betty, is the best wedding ever, the best wedding yet, the best wedding that no one will ever forget.